Perfect. So, welcome to this weekly live. As you know, if you are new to this, please don't tell me, look at this, look at that, but actually send your chart, just send the link in the chat. I will take a look at your chart, and then I will give you my opinion on it. With that being said, I'll show you the possible opportunities that I see for today. We have Euro JPY, nice push to the upside here, breaking structure, breaking this previous structure right here. We have two key points, which is this one, which is where the move starts to the upside, and the high. Now we have to note that the move that actually breaks structure starts from here. Okay, now I will look for possible setups from here. We will see what happens. This is the 15 minutes time frame. We have this demand. Unfortunately, this demand is not below any type of liquidity, so we'll need a good 1 minute confirmation in order to take it. Otherwise, I will just monitor the market for now. Then we have GBP CAD. Let me see. No, nothing. We have some charts already being sent. Let's get started. Wait, let me put my alert on Euro JPY. Perfect. So we have JPY. This is the 4 hours time frame, so a little bit bigger picture. Let's go to the 4 hours and take a look at what's going on. So of course, right now, there is no need to say that we are overall bearish. Now we might need to find some levels of inversion, of possible reversal. And I would say that we are already at a weekly order block. If I show you the weekly, let's see. Yes, overall will be this red candle. And then we go on the daily and we refine it. Refine it on the daily, and I will just take this last down move. This is daily order block. This doesn't mean that we will hold it. As you can see, this was a consolidation, break of structure to the upside right here. We return, we continue pushing to the upside, but here what happened was that we failed to create a new higher high. So this is failure to create a new higher high. It's not that impossible that we see a new lower low creation. And if that happens, we will be in a downtrend and we will look only for shorts for a while. Now, more charts. Let's see. Is this take profit reasonable? Let's see. So, of course, it is GP CAD. Yes, of course, it is before this supply. Very good. Tell me, please, which time frame is better to watch for the direction of the trend? I'm trading on 1 minute chart. See, you cannot trade with only one chart. I mean, you can do whatever you want, but I'm saying it's not that reliable. If you just want to get entries on the 1 minute, I will still look for direction on 1 hour and 15 minutes at least. What is this? Oh, YouTube. Why did you send a YouTube link? Right. Euro GBP. Let's see what happened here. Euro GBP 15 minutes. So already we have 15 minutes, which is, let me show you. Oh, I don't trade Euro GBP. I don't even have it on my watch list, but I will need to look at the 1 hour of what's going on here, because 15 minutes, of course, looks good. You have breakout structure, we return, we have Asian manipulation, push to the downside. The only problem is that this is just the 15 minutes and we don't know the bigger picture. If the 1 hour is bullish, then this is already not valid. Good, we have Euro USD currently running. You used fibs from the leg that broke structure plus demand level. This is perfect. Using the two things together just adds accuracy, adds confidence, higher probability of getting a good trade. Oh, we saw this already. Now this is, let me AUD USD. Yeah, looking for sales, 15 minutes or the block above liquidity. This looks very good actually, but again, 15 minutes not my favorite to just look at it by itself. Let me see. Look at the 1 hour. 1 hour says bearish, so that's good. 1 hour definitely says bearish, and we have two possible 1 hour zones. We have this smaller zone, we have higher zone, which is to be considered, of course. And then we go to refine it on the 15 minutes, and we can already see that here you were not considering this, you were considering the higher one in order to consider this as liquidity, and that's actually good. I will not short it from this one at all. So how to take a trade from here? I wouldn't enter with pending orders since we have imbalance and unmitigated area up here. But if I have 1 minute confirmation, then we can actually consider the trade. Let's see if we reach it during the live. No, this chart doesn't work. NZD USD, again, you have your fibs, little different fibs than me, but still similar point. I think this would be the 0.79, but anyway, retracement fibs, this is demand, perfect. Let me see here if we failed the area. I think we also failed the previous area, so it's even more complex. So push to the upside, failing previous supply, return to fibs plus demand, entry, perfect. So in our watch list, and I will send it in Discord later, not now. I mean, like if we go a little bit higher, like right here, or Euro GBY, if we go, actually Euro GBY I should send now. I should just send now. And AUD I will send only if we get closer to our area. Let me send it. All right, so I'm sending the message. If you go and read the message, it says 1 minute confirmation right here will be crucial, as we have also lower demand zones, because I mean there is this lower demand zone, there is this lower demand zone which I wouldn't really consider as there is no big push, But we have definitely this, which also has imbalance. Now, how to enter this trade? We enter this trade if we have 1 minute confirmation. What does 1 minute confirmation mean? 1 minute confirmation means that I will show you also now, but you need to go on the new videos section right here. New videos. It is also inside the course, also inside the Google Drive. There is already the video, but I also put it here. You go here, you watch this video, and you learn how to get our entries. But anyway, even if I say it live, we want to see clear market structure. Remember, you don't want to see if the lows are equal and we get this breakout structure. This is not a confirmation just because there is a breakout structure. You want to see that the breakout structure comes after the structure is actually established. So we know that this high is in control because it broke structure. And now the high in control gets taken out. At this point, we are shifting to bullish and we look to enter from demand at discounted area, okay? Now, of course, if we build some type of liquidity down here, this is not valid. If we build equal lows, stuff like that, this is not what we look for. This is what we look for. Let's see what's going on. All right. Second, let's see. Give me 1 second and I'll be with you. If you have any question, please keep sending. I will answer everyone now. All right. Perfect. Now, let's continue with the questions that we have. Any updates regarding Discord notification problem? Yes, I'm tagging everyone when there is a notification that needs to be seen, but I also recommend you from time to time to check the Discord server, basically. Now, we have here USD-JPY. USD-JPY is not one of my favorite pairs, but let me see. So this is a good example that we want to talk about since it really regards our confirmations. Let's go for them to USD-JPY. Right. I don't know at which zones we are really, okay, this zone, we're rejecting this zone. Now, for your confirmation, I think you were on the 5 minutes. Let me see. Yeah, 5 minutes, perfect. You are looking that we break this zone and we retrace in order to continue. Now, this will be what we usually call SW, which is our internal confirmation. And this will be what we call our, actually, all this will also from here. Last man standing, so LMS. Now, why? Why is this? Why there is a difference? Why we are looking at this? Because this Here it's an internal structure where we break structure to the upside. And we might break it, but still continue to the upside. Why? Because overall structure is this one. Push, retracement, breakout structure. You can have a retracement, breakout structure, okay? This is the overall structure right here. We have this breakout structure. We might retrace to this to continue to the upside. Now, this is internal confirmation. I'm not saying it's wrong, it's just less less reliable than the overall confirmation. Now, you might argue that by the time we are down here, we lost the trade, and that could be. This is why I don't like this setup for now. Like when my confirmation becomes too big, then I don't like it as much. Can you show the exact kills and indicator used on TradingView? I do it every single live. I will do it again during this live. It is this one. The thing is, the reason why you see it differently is because you need to go on the inputs on the style and put the same things that I put. As you can see, I modified what I have. You can watch the recording also later to put the exact same thing. How much backtest do I need to do in order to become profitable? Depends. There are people who who take years. There are people who take 2 months. GP New Zealand, nice. Not one of my favorite pairs, but we reach supply. We break to the downside. After breaking to the downside, we come back to supply. Basically, demand fails, supply is in control. And probably also at a premium area if we put fibs from here to the downside, and this is a good trade overall. I like it, just not on my watch list. GBP NZD. Thank you for your answer. I would like to thank you also because you bought the 1 month subscription. 1 second, that I need to make it bigger here. But the 1 month subscription almost 2 weeks ago, and I learned a lot. I will definitely buy the lifetime and later the FTMO to upgrade my skills. Hope to see you soon in the one-on-one to thank you personally. Thank you, man. I really appreciate it. I'm glad my content is helping you. Anything I can do to improve how I teach my trading system, you can tell me. Of course, I try to teach it the best, but one thing is knowing stuff in my head, and one thing is teaching it and delivering to others. So I hope I can actually explain it well to you. Here we have USD CAD, another nice trade, I would say. Now, again, in these cases, just for personal preference, when this happens, there are always 2 options. When we have breakout structure and basically supply failing and demand being in control, we have 2 possibilities. This demand being in control, so the latest demand that breaks structure, or the extreme. So basically this one or this one, which is almost the extreme. There are these 2 options. Always there are these 2 options. Now, depending on the pair that you're trading, for example, your USD tends to respect much more this, which is the one that breaks structure and usually doesn't go to the extreme one. But just because it usually doesn't mean that it's always like that. Now, for this reason, for me, it is important, and I think you did it, that you looked for confirmation here. Basically, let me go and check USD CAD. Which chart was, which time frame? 1 hour, perfect. And you entered from, breakout structure, retracement to demand, and you looked for buys. Let's go on lower time frames to look for confirmation. Since, as I said already, we don't know if we will stop here, which is the latest demand that breaks structure, or to a lower demand. We reached this demand and you're looking for confirmation, and I will say that this is pretty clear confirmation. Very good, actually. Very good confirmation right here. Breakout structure to the downside. Which high is in control? This high is in control, so we need to break it. We need to break this high and this supply in order for demand to be in control. This is not confirmation, okay? Because it's inside, like this is a internal breakout structure, but it is inside of the supply of the high that is in control. Here we break it, demand automatically becomes in control according to our strategy. Entry. Some people like to put it here. I will just put it here just to have a safer stop loss. And yeah, very good trade, actually. Very good example also for the people that are watching this live. Bella Teo, we see a chart. All right, USD CHF. USD CHF, as you know, is not on my watch list, but anyway, sometimes I go out of my watch list to enter possible trades. Let's go and check it out. I like a lot the supply, because this supply manipulates. For the people that don't know what I'm talking about, there is the backtesting file, really important file to look at. So area is perfect. Manipulates and drops. Now, liquidity is perfect because we have highs, liquidity highs. We have imbalance, perfect. Now we need to look at the direction of the market, which I don't know how it is. CHF. Which time frame was it? 1 hour. 1 hour. Okay. So did we already? No, wait. Okay. Then I'll go higher time frame. I'll go 2 hours at least. All right. Need to go 4 hours. Hello. Let me see. 4 hours. I will say that. So, to be honest, based on market structure itself, sells are not my favorite option. Why? Because here we didn't create a new lower low. And after not being able to create a new lower low, we also broke structure to the upside here. Now we came back and we grabbed internal liquidity, and usually after grabbing internal liquidity, we are aiming for external liquidity, which is next breakout structure to the upside. Now, this is of course the 4 hours, bigger picture, bigger direction, and according to this analysis, according to 4 hours market structure, we are bullish 100%. Now, this doesn't mean that the trade will not play out. It just means that probably instead of entering with a pending order at your supply zone, you enter if there is confirmation. Basically, I will have this zone right here. And instead of just having a pending order, we put the alert, and if there is confirmation, we take the trade. Now, this could be a smaller trade. I will not target new lows because in my opinion, we are bullish, but I could target a demand area. If we have good lower time frames confirmation and we can reduce our stop loss, we can, for example, I will just do an example. I'm not saying this is what's going to happen, but right. So we have breakout structure, which is the low in control. This is the low, it gets broken, supply becomes in control, and we may get an entry. Now, if we get this entry, and we are able to have a smaller stop loss instead of, of a pending order with big stop loss, we're able to reduce it. Maybe we can just target 5 mils demand, which can be reached. Maybe you have already a 1 to 5 restore ratio. This can be reached, and then we just continue bullish breaking structure as the higher time frames suggest until we actually change the direction of the market. Let's see. I've sent you 2 setups in Discord. You have to send them here because cannot be in 2 things at the same time. GP CHF, good one. I like it. Over direction, I would say it was still bearish. It is still bearish until we break this high. But if it's really good because you have weak open, we manipulate below it. There is daily equal lows. So you're looking basically for an entry after taking out all the liquidity. A little bit different than what we usually look for, but based on a good understanding of liquidity, this is a very good trade. A chance? No, a chance of your GP short. This is not how we do it. All right. Okay, we have the last chart, and then it will be all for this live. As you know, I'm looking at, before looking at the chart, I'm looking at this. I'm looking at USD CHF. Actually, we might look at it, but keep in mind that USD CHF is against the trend, overall 4 hours trend, and we might need a very good confirmation in order to take it. And then I think there was AD/USD, which looked interesting. Yes, with alert. These are the 3 setups. We have a question. What if order block fails while you wait for lower time frames confirmation? Then it fails and I don't look anymore for confirmation. Here we have USD JPY again. Didn't we see that earlier? Yeah, we did. Wait, what's going on? You're looking to buy. Sells. So since we are at supply, I will look to buy only if supply fails. So supply fails, and then I look for demand to buy. For now, we are still at supply, and also we didn't break structure. So no, this low is still in control of the internal structure. This low is still in control of the overall structure. We still have good chances of having a bearish confirmation. I am neither bullish or bearish right now. The only thing we can do now on USD JPY is wait to see which confirmation it gives. Oh, I'm wrong pair. AUD JPY, sorry. AUD JPY. AUD JPY. So, okay. Another good example for structure. Now, I'm not even looking at higher time frames. I'm just showing you if we are, as Ivan pointed out, if we are at this demand area, and I will check later. Let's say we are at demand. So lower time frames confirmation. We do have confirmation here. We have breakout structure, which is the high being in control. This is the high being in control. So all of these are not confirmations. Now we break. This is good confirmation. Possible entry here. Now this is again internal confirmation. because this high is in control of the overall structure, because we have breakout structure, high being in control. Okay. Now, if we stay at a discounted price, so now if we just go up to premium, if we just go up to here, and we already reached the premium area of price, and we already reached this supply, if we come back to demand, I will not look to enter this trade. Well, actually, I'm not really interested in this trade, but I'm just explaining. If instead we stop here, or it's okay, even if we go 1 pip above, the 0.5, we come back to my demand, then we consider this trade, because we know that external structure is still bearish, but we are also still at a discounted price. What if the order block fails, but it's actually just a liquidity grab? Now, this is a good question. It depends, because if there are 2 order blocks, one above the other, so for example, right here, there are 2 order blocks, 2 supply areas. Now, if this fails, right here like this is not a liquidity grab. This is supply failing. We go to the higher supply, and maybe then we drop. I'm just doing an example. So this is not a liquidity grab. When supply fails, it failed, and that's it. There is no fake. For me, according to my strategy, there is no fake out of supply and demand. There's only supply or demand failing or not. In this case, if we go above it or below, it fails. Now, we have to distinguish between times that, it fails and we look for buys, or the times that it fails, but there is another supply just above it, which is even stronger, and therefore we are still bearish. And this comes down to only one thing: understanding market structure, which high and which low is in control. Because here, even if we fail this supply right here, we need to know that we are still bearish until this high is taken out. Okay. Now, thank you very much for watching this live. This is all for today. I will see you on the next one. You know the pairs that we're looking at. If I have some more, I will send in the Discord. And thank you very much. I hope you liked it.